Konbanana minasan! Hold on for just a few more moments, and Monkey Bro will be right with you. Alright, sorry for the long wait. Here we go. Konbanana minasan! Welcome, welcome! How is everyone? Oh my gosh, okay, so, yeah, this is my first time, reusing my... I had to do some last-minute tweaks. I was gonna use my old PNG model, but then I figured out the problem that was keeping, me from using this model. So, yeah, I had like a last-minute model shift, thing, and I was like, alright, can I pull this off? Can I do it? And so, yes, it looks like the answer, turned out to be yes. Yes, I can. But yes, welcome everyone. Let's see. Oh, okay. I was really afraid that I forgot to unmute myself. Classic rookie mistake. And apparently even the pros still do it from time to time. Because what was it? I was watching. Well, I guess I'm not gonna call him out like that, but yeah, but there was even a pro. I guess I'll say he's well known. His name rhymes with Fairy Feather. And yeah, my first time going to one of his streams was just the other day in response to, I think he dropped a new comic on YouTube, and I've been a fan of his for a while, and don't know why I haven't been like a follower or anything like that, but yeah, I go on his stream, and apparently he was muted for like 30 minutes. I think his chat was trying to tell him he was on mute, but yeah, just all that to make myself feel better about when I mute. So it happens to everybody. But yeah. What's the deal here? Yeah, I've been trying to get more into the habit of streaming regularly, and what happened? I think I can't even talk. But yeah, how that came to be was just kind of one habit at a time. I found myself getting back slowly into the habit of making lists, just kind of listing the things I need to do throughout the day, and finding room for just more enrichment activities, I guess you could say. Just, getting back in tune with the things that I used to enjoy, that sort of thing. Making time for those sort of things, and finding out where I can budget that time. So, yeah, making lists has been a great, just kind of, just an old school thing for me. Just like, I guess I'm definitely one of those type of people who I need to see things in writing. So seeing it in writing really helps me to recognize, oh, it's a to-do list. All right, I got to do this thing, do that thing. I think RPGs have rotted my brain, basically. But it worked. So through that, I realized, it's one of those things where I knew, but it definitely kind of really let it sink home, that I need to start making more time for streaming, especially because it's something that I used to have a lot of passion for. And yeah, I think it's something that I can rebuild. I can reintegrate into my life. And so yeah, I've been having a blast just with these just kind of guerrilla streams I've been doing just over the past few months. So yeah, I might as well try to really be serious about trying to get back into the swing of things. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's one of those things where I keep talking my way into it bit by bit. And that's another way I've kind of tricked myself into doing things that are for my benefit. Cause even when it comes to working out and running and jogging, that sort of thing, it didn't just happen. It's just something that I had to keep just talking myself into it, saying, okay, I'll do it. Until I finally just basically bored myself with talking about it and got to my own breaking point where I was just kind of tired of my own nonsense, where it's like, all right, man, you've been talking about doing this for a while. Like, no, no, are you about it or are you not about it? So I kind of have to talk myself to that exact point. And when I do, yeah, I finally push myself to that wall of taking action, and yeah, things tend to happen. So same thing applies to this, to Duolingo, and hopefully getting back into writing. But yeah, all that to say, I'm glad to be back. And every time I'm doing this, I'm having a bit more fun, especially as I'm kind of relearning the ropes and getting back into the swing of things, so to say. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. And so yeah, I hope you guys have been doing well. Um, yeah, so I guess in the spirit of kind of going back to more of an old school back to basics approach, I've been kind of wanting to get back into playing this one game that I started a long time ago when I first started streaming. It's Ihatovo Stories, which is kind of like a precursor to, well, maybe not directly to something like Animal Crossing, but it's got that similar, just kind of really cozy, relaxed, getting to know a town kind of vibe. You know, where the town itself is kind of it, maybe not a full character in the sense of a setting being a character, but I don't know. Maybe I should switch to it and get to it, and maybe I'll let the game explain itself a bit. So yeah, we'll have to see. Let's see here. Oh, come on. Oh no. I finally get to. Okay, there we go. I think it reset. Or did you? Oh my gosh. Don't tell me it crashed. As soon as I finally started talking about it and we switched to. Wow. Wow. Weak. Lame. Alright, we'll switch back over this way then for the time being while I get things sorted. While I sort out the technical difficulties on the other side of things here. Ah. So yeah, as I was saying, it's like, yeah, I'm trying to kind of get back to basics a little bit and see if working our way back up from there will be a fruitful endeavor. And yeah, I'm hoping that it will. And let's see, I think we're ready. Let's try this one more time. All right, let's see. Will it do it? Oh no. Are we two for two? Yeah, yeah. Wow. This is not going so well. All right. Um all right. So, well, of course, as you guys know, scuff happens, stuff happens. So, yeah, we just ran into a little bit of scuff there, but let's see what we can do to play this off a little bit. Um well, yeah, just give me just a quick moment here. And see, that's another thing. I'm gonna have to get used to navigating scuff again. I was this close to just making this a video, so I feel like that like moments like these are making me feel like that might have been the move actually, just to have made a video out of this. So that way, I could have just simply cut the camera if the scuff got too scuffy, but oh no. Oh, I think we go full scuff? Oh, there we go. All right. So, oh my god. I'm hoping we don't have any like first time viewers watching this because this is wild. No, kamparada. Yes, you're there. We go. All right, so let's see. So yeah, you just watched me scuff my way through setting up Ihatovo stories, and yeah, now that we're to the game proper, I'm gonna have to do some volume mixing here because I'm blasting my ears off right now. Let's see. Hopefully that should be a decent mix to where you guys can hear what's going on, and I'm not destroying my eardrums with what's going on my end. But yeah. Hello, Chronic! Konbanana! Welcome, welcome! So yeah, depending on how long you guys have been lurking, yeah, you guys might have seen me tap dancing around stage as I've been, fumbling with, some scuff, but, I think we're back on track. Pun slightly intended with the train and whatnot, but, yeah. So this was actually a game that I heard about on one of my favorite YouTube channels, SNES Drunk. They talk about like really obscure games, and yeah, this was like one of my. This one just kind of like really just stood out to me. Like it just seemed like it had like a really interesting premise going on. Let us suppose the phenomenon known as oneself is a blue light that gleams from an organic illumination. It flickers busily about, and yeah, we missed it. Ah, that's okay. Ah, wow. Alright, guess what, guys? My controller doesn't want to work now. So yep, let's see. Give me a second to... I'm gonna get my act together, guys. I promise. One of these days. One of these days. Might not be today. Might not be tomorrow. Might not even be the day after that. But, you know, tomorrow is another day. There we go. And as a different YouTube channel that I witnessed tends to claim, you know, tomorrow doesn't have to happen. But no, we're not gonna we're not gonna be that dark. Let's see. Okay, wow. I have 2 logs on chapter 3. No, we're gonna start all over again because it's been so long since I've played this game. I don't really know what's up, and since that's what we're doing right now, let's go with a fresh start. Been traveling with no particular destination in mind when I happened to get off the train at a station called Ihatovo. The name seems like something pulled straight out of a fairy tale. That it does. That it does. What sort of place could it be? I decided to take a look around the city for a bit. Oh yeah, I forgot how cozy this music is, but we'll hear this theme a lot to the point where it'll get a little annoying. But for right now, it's really cozy. Welcome to Ihatovo. Is this your first time in town? Well then, you should meet with Kenji Miyazawa and the RC Society. Who's Kenji? He's the pride of Ihatovo. He's a poet and an author of fairy tales. He also worked as a school teacher a while back. You should go and meet with him. I decided, for the time being, to go to the RC Society and meet up with this Kenji Miyazawa fellow. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think like if this game were more popular, it would definitely be a meme with how often this guy just decides things. Not so much decides things, but has to vocalize that he's decided things. See, and I don't think this game is like, how would I describe this game? It's just like, yeah, if I wanted to like really just kind of, I don't think you're meant to like play this game like fast, like not in a speed run sense. It's not like that. It's like you just kind of just absorb the vibe, basically. If you're headed to the RC Society, you should cross the Western Bridge and head north. Thank you, ma'am. Walking's a hobby of mine. I think my favorite course is to walk from my house to the cinema. You should take up walking too. It's good for your health. Yeah, man. I agree with that. For similar reasons, I've taken up jogging. I'm not that great at it. I normally do like maybe like a mile or so a day. Well, not even a day. I only do it like 2 or 3. No, yeah, about 3 times a week to be honest. But not this week though, because I don't know where I am. I tend to get sick a lot. Like man, this place is just kicking the absolute crap out of my immune system. It seems like at least once a month I'm just down and out with something. So in fact, I just recovered from a weird sinus slash headache kind of thing that was going on, like sinus migraine perhaps. Like I was just done. So yeah, I didn't do anything special this week. Out of curiosity, have you ever heard of Hero Senki? It's a Super Famicom RPG that you might very much enjoy. I've never heard of it, but I am literally writing that down because yeah, I don't want to forget that because it does sound like it sounds right up my alley. Naturally, I wouldn't recommend it unless it had an English patch. Exactly, good form, good man. So yeah, Hero Senki. What was it? There was like this other game that I found that was, I guess, fairly recently patched. It was kind of got like a Shin Megami Tensei kind of like apocalyptic vibe combined with a strategy type of game. I'll send you the title screen via Discord. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you very much. And for that, I'm gonna try to see if I can remember how to do this. I'm gonna shout out to Naho, which, does that work? Did that work? Oh, come on. Because I wanted to give a shout out to my Discord as well. Let's see. Do I not have my things set up? I don't think I've got my, I don't think I've got my bots set up to do that stuff anymore. Or, let's see. Ugh. Okay, there we go. We have a shout out to Naho, and I forgot how to use the, I forgot how to give a proper shout out to Discord, but yeah. Yeah, you guys should check us out. Well, I guess you could say what is my relation to the library crew? 'Cause I haven't been active for a while, but, alright, awesome, yes! But yeah, you should check out Naho and the library crew, which, I guess not as often as it should these days, but, sometimes, we'll put in parentheses, in air quotes, sometimes features, me, Monkey! So, yeah. Yeah, I thought that should, yeah, my commands aren't working. So yeah, I think that's something I'll have to... Right, yeah, it normally does work, Chronic, but I don't know. I think, I've got a lot of stuff I gotta fix. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff I gotta get back in there and correct. And so, I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, you're right, that does normally work. And so, we'll have to see. I'll have to do some under the hood maintenance and get back into the swing of things. I just can't get over how great it feels here at Ihatovo during the spring. See, yeah, I think my favorite season's actually fall. Like, fall weather, like, if you, like, assuming you're at a location where that matters, because, yeah, like, honestly, I think, yeah, you get what I'm saying with that, but yeah, fall weather is the best, especially, like, I like the colder part of fall, where it's not quite winter yet, but it's warm. It's still kind of warm, but you get to wear cool long jackets, long coats, those sort of things. Yeah, 'cause I love a good long coat. A long coat and scarf, oh my gosh, yeah, that is like peak fashion for me. Like, And so, of course, you know, late fall is kind of the best season for that sort of thing. It's not too cold, but you get to be cool and stylish and wear a long coat. You know, within an appropriate season, of course. I mean, you know, you could... Like, there's nothing stopping you from wearing a long coat anytime, but, you know, just looks a little out of place when you're just wearing it literally anytime. The RC Society's goal is to provide something of a renaissance for local farmers. Oh, yeah, the way I remembered this game, yeah, there's not a lot of, like, stuff to, like, there aren't really many interactions, I should say, with, like, things like drawers and chests and things like that, like, I mean, unless it's, like, specifically relevant to the task at hand. For the most part, it's mostly a whole game about talking to people, so it's the part of most RPG, like, it's the most boring part of 90% of RPGs, just talking to NPCs. But in this game, that's essentially the whole game. Like, they made a whole game out of talking to NPCs. But because the music is so cozy and, like, you know, the stakes are pretty low, so it's like, yeah, like, even this pump, I don't think you get to do anything with it. It's just scenery. I'm not even sure if it becomes relevant at any point. It's just there. Yeah, it's just a good kind of chill game. Hello, I'm Fazzello. I've been learning a lot here from Kenji. I'm afraid he's away on business now, somewhere very far away. Fazzello vaguely reminds me of, he looks like, what's his face? Oh my gosh, Digimon guy, TK, Takeru. He looks like an older version of that character. He reminds me a lot of like a Digimon character. Oh, see, this looked. I wasn't expecting to be able to. Like, this looks like. Okay, so to me, I was not expecting to be able to do that. Like, this looked like this was like a high part, and then you'd kind of go down like a stairs. Like, he's kind of like on a slightly. The visuals there implied that this guy was like on a lower level of like a pit of some sort. Like, I wasn't expecting to just be able to walk through that. That's just odd design. Not bad, just odd. I don't know all the details, but I heard Kenji's 7 journal. I heard Kenji's 7 journals, the ones he positively loved, went missing. You're a traveler, yeah? Could you try to find them for us? Alright, I mean, of course there's no story in No, but let's see what happens. Oh? I'm sorry to hear that. Lachlan, yo! Konbanana! Welcome, Raiders! Yay! Hey, how's it going? Ah! Oh, well, let's see. Oh, howdy, konbanana. All right, so what have you guys been up to? Let's see, Lachlan, long time no see. But, of course, that's mostly been my fault, though. But yeah, you guys need to check out Lachlan if you haven't already. Let's see, did I do this right? Okay, yes, I gave a shout out, so yeah, Wait a minute, when have you started streaming on Twitch, Lachlan? Last time I checked, you were mostly a YouTube streamer, which I'm still kind of considering hopping ship. I know people can do both, but yeah, I've been kind of thinking about jumping ship from Twitch, but I don't know, I'll have to see. Oh, okay, so this is a recent development. Okay, cool. But yeah, what were you guys up to? Ah, yes, yeah, that's a good idea. I've been kind of thinking, in fact, today I almost did a video. I think it would have been just kind of something like this, just me kind of just rambling and playing games. But yeah, I considered. Pikmin, cool. Ah, like I think one of my students is actually working on a Pikmin sculpture. She's a big fan of what's his name? There's a big VTuber that she's a big fan of. She's working on like this sculpture, like a small sculpture kind of thing for, I think it was No Name. I forgot their original name, but I think at one point their name was literally No Name. Um, but yeah, so she's working on that, but then she's at a point now where she's trying to figure out how she's going to paint it. So she made a Pikmin sculpture. Yusan, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Yusan, exactly. Thank you, Lachlan. Thanks for the save there. Yusan, exactly. So yeah, she's a big fan of Yusan's, and so she's got this really cool looking sculpture set of him kind of like sitting in like the typical king on the throne, looking pose. It's really cool. I wish I could show it. I'll have to get her permission and yeah, see if that's okay. Hopefully this topic will come back up by that time. And so she's got a lot of extra, like, I think she's using Sculpey or some sort of, like, clay material. Oh no, we're in the middle of ads, aren't we? So yeah, I will continue the Yusan story after the ad. So, yeah, so in the meantime, I'll go silent mode for now. And just remind me that when the ad break ends, I was talking about Yusan. For those of you who can still see what's going on, are we kind of like in a banner mode kind of thing? Or are we like... Is this like a banner ad where people can still see gameplay? Or are we kind of like completely added out? Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna take a quick hike. I have you picture in picture, so adds me none. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, nice, nice. Ah, I forgot about that. I'm kind of surprised that that's still kind of like a. I'm almost surprised they haven't figured out a way to bypassing that. So, good. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, yeah, among the many sins of Twitch, it's kind of. Oh, Firefox. Ah, nice, nice. I have to use Firefox a bit more often because, yeah, I have the browser, but I tend to rank it like doesn't always happen though. Some streams it doesn't work. Oh, I'm glad mine is one of them because yeah, like I hate ads. I don't really stream enough to like really be like, oh, but my revenue. So stuck using Chrome. Yeah, I think well, actually, I think you're better than me because I use the dirty Opera GX. Like I'm too I've heard it. I know it's trash. I consistently hear it's trash, but I'm just too stubborn to change. That's really what it is, and it's a lot more trouble than it's worth because like I use a lot of like the plugins. Yes, yeah, and see that's the thing. Like I never should have left Firefox because yeah, that was like my first like non-default stream browser. So yeah, I'm with you on that, but I never should have left. But yeah, I got too set in my ways with Opera. I think my brother got me. My brother convinced me to switch to Opera like back before it was just before it was. I'm sure it was trash even then. Nothing wrong with Opera. I don't know. I've heard a lot of things about it, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't really bother me much. But I don't like the I guess like the integrated plugins. I guess you could say like to use it as a browser choice. Yes, I mean it's got its good points, but I guess in my own personal experience with it, it really sucks with the integrated things like Discord and Messenger, things like that. Like they're a bit wonky. So yeah, they don't really replace using the main app for things. So but let's see. Now, what I do like about it though is I actually kind of prefer the Aria AI. It's actually really good. I actually used it to make some concept art for the TRPG that I'm still kind of working on. Whenever I'm like in the mood to fiddle with that, it does images and it does them pretty well. You don't have to give a lot of complex commands, and it kind of gets your it meets you halfway really well. And so yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but I guess it's got a bad rep for being a bit cringy with its advertising sometimes. What was it? 'Cause I think there was like this really bad Eric Andre ad that they had on there at one point. So maybe it's not even so much the browser in and of itself, but it's just some of the cringy things they do on the side associated with it. And of course, it's kind of similar to TikTok and the whole China connection. I'm pretty sure Opera is actually a Chinese browser, so you know, a lot of the, you know, insert the regular criticisms that kind of opens the door for. But yeah, seeing that we're mostly back from the ad break, I was mentioning about the Yusan sculpture that a student of mine is working on. And so how that relates to the Pikmin connection there is that she took a lot of she's working on painting the sculpture right now, and she's not really familiar with how you know, the best way to apply the paint to the Yusan sculpture that she made. So, so yeah, so what she's doing now is she's taking a sample of the material and making a Pikmin sculpture, and she's going to apply paint to that as her test subject. So, and then for me, it's like I've never actually played the Pikmin games. I've heard of Pikmin, knew of Pikmin. So yeah, I think what was it? I actually forgot what they looked like, and so yeah, I looked them up, and yeah, they look like little tiny inflatable two-man guys. Like, you know, but they're a bit more cute though. So yeah. All that to say, yeah, I need to at least try a Pikmin game, and I've completely lost track of what I was doing. So here I am back at the RC Society. Let's see. Don't know all the details, but I heard Kenji's 7 journals, the ones he positively loved, went missing. You're a traveler, yeah? Could you try to find them for us? Did I just say no and walk away? Alright, let's say yes this time. Is that so? Well then, you should go meet with Professor Ursus Spilaeus, who lives in the Shellfire Fort. Oh, I think I did. I think I just said no and then I buggered off because I got distracted talking about Pikmin and Yusan. Alright, now I think we're back on track. So, they say there's nothing the professor doesn't know. I'm guessing he'll know something about Kenji's journals. If you find a journal, come on back here. Yep, we're advancing the plot now. Okay, good, good, good. I found myself fascinated by Kenji Miyazawa, who seemed to be well known throughout town. So I decided to journey through Iatovo and look for his 7 journals. Yeah, man, this guy is very decisive. He decides things. You already played Pikmin for the first time when Pikmin 4 released. She didn't want to at first because she gets attached to things super easily and would have an actual breakdown of Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, my brother and I talked about this same phenomenon. That's why I can't play Final Fantasy Tactics. Because I did the same thing. Like, I don't care about the main, like, plot relevant NPCs. Like, I ended up getting these 2 randos. It's always tragic scene. Yes, it really. I can imagine that. Yeah, especially if you yeah, you get attached. You really do. You really do. It's like I can totally relate to like, you know, like the whole thing where you play a game like say Fallout or whatever and you know, like yeah, you can be evil in that game, but like no, it's like oh, you want to be good. You want to do like the most good possible. Like have like the ultimate ultra goody good guy playthrough of like, you know, like the power fantasy of saving everybody. And yeah, I can definitely connect with that. And yeah, that's why I can't play Final Fantasy Tactics because what was it? I think my most recent playthrough, like many years ago at this point, I had 2 rando NPCs. Um she didn't manage to beat the game though. She had me do half the boss fights though. To placate her, I avoided bringing the Pikmin into the arena whenever possible and just kind of did it all with the player. Oh wow! Also, so like that sounds like that's more challenging than it's worth, possibly. Oh wow. Okay, so the way this game works is you can't go anywhere until the plot says you can. So I must have not have done something that triggers the next area unlock. So I guess I gotta stay back in town. And yeah, that's how this game works. You gotta talk to the right. It's basically the most frustrating part I had with my Phantasy Star 1 playthrough, but yet they made a whole game out of it. So it's like, I don't know why I'm subjecting myself to this, but it's still pretty fun in its own way. Tons safer and tons slower. Sometimes it just isn't possible though. Okay, I see. Well, I guess in the name of protecting your treasured NPCs, yeah, I guess it does make sense. Because, yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics, I ended up having 2 randos named Agatha and Bertrand. I remember them to this day. And, yeah, like, they were just, like, in my head, you know, like, when you're playing an RPG that has, like, a paper-thin plot? There's always the temptation to kind of fill in the gaps. And, I mean, not that Final Fantasy Tactics has a paper-thin plot. No. It's pretty deep. But when it comes to, like, the regular guys, like the average Joes, yeah, there's nothing there. Like, you know, unless they're like a named character. I mean, you know what I'm saying by that. Like, unless they're like a plot relevant character. You know, like you get people who just join on a whim, whatever. And I had 2 people like that named Agatha and Bertrand, and like I think they just tended to level up at the exact same time. Yeah, they just had like this connection that I just kind of just in my head, I kept building this into this plot of these 2 just kind of like becoming like this fire forged romance. And what was it? I think there was this one battle that I got stuck at to where I like one of them kept going, like, so whenever one of them would get downed in battle, I would make it the other's obligation to rescue them. So they kind of became this battle couple. And I got to this one battle where just that tactic just wasn't you know, again, it's not about tactics at that point. It's about role playing. So like role playing these 2 characters just have each other's back, whether it's tactically sound or not. And so yeah, I got to a point in the game where I just couldn't keep going with that anymore. It was like, all right, I gotta be like 100% about the battle. Like, you know, like 100% locked into the tactics. I couldn't commit to that. And I think I ended up losing one of the characters. I believe it was Bertrand. and I just couldn't go on anymore. I'm like, yep, that's it. I'm done. Like this just nope. I can't do it. I think it was a really tough battle, and I ended up like losing like one of the characters. Like they're dead, gone, for real. But it was just too big of a fight to go back and redo it again and hope for the best. So I had to move on without Bertrand, and I just couldn't. It broke me, so I couldn't go back to the game. And yeah, my brother kind of had a similar experience. He's like, no, Monkey, you got to keep going. You got to keep. You'll find others. It's painful, but that's the loss, you know. Like, and that's also why I can't play Fire Emblem games. I hear the modern ones tend to they tend to make that a bit less of a blow. I mean, of course, you can play on easier modes where it's not even a thing, but still, it's like losing treasured NPCs is always difficult, especially when they're named. Unsafer, whether it's because the boss's health regens or you have to toss Pikmin at it to make it bold. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So you have to, it's one thing to have the sacrifice happen as a natural, organic part of the battle, but it's another thing for you to have to make that choice. Like, that's rough. Cue Zuko meme. Yoshiro and I were playing Super Robot Wars A Portable on one mission where there were a bunch of friendly NPC mooks who were where the enemy spawned and were very much supposed to die before you could cross the map to assist. We named them. Oh no! Yep, that's it. Once you name them, it's over. Game, set, match. Commander Brian and Ensign Harold were badass beyond belief, dodging like 8 attacks that had 97. Whoa! Brian eventually felt we actually managed to make it to Harold and keep him alive by wasting heals on him in an already unfairly hard. Oh wow, okay, the rest of the comment to be continued. But yeah, I hate that. It's like a part of it's like, all right, well maybe they died for for Harold's plot development, right? But it's like unfairly hard game. You're right. I figured that's where that was going, but I wasn't sure if there was much more after that because I hate it when that happens. So, I mean, and again, it's one thing when you have, like, the plot death that has to happen. Harold is now our go-to NPC name in Super Robot Wars. Nice. I was playing a portable one as well. I think it was one for the Vita. I didn't get far in it, but that's what introduced me to Machine Hero Wataru and Aura Battler Dunbine. Which I'm still working my way through, off and on. He's always unnamed but inexplicably badass pilot. Yes! That's always cool when you have that random NPC like that. Word is that the Cairo Brigade leader is running some sort of criminal operation. Oh yeah, the Cairo Brigade seems to be like the closest. That would be Super Robot Wars X. It wasn't on the Vita, though. Was it? Because... Or maybe it was, no, okay, I'll admit, full disclosure, I was playing on a hacked Vita, so, I mean, it could have been a PSP game then, maybe. So, it had to have been Vita or PSP, but either way, the console I was playing was on a Vita, but I was perhaps playing it via the PSP emulator I had on my Vita, if that makes sense. But I'm sure it was actually a Vita game. But I could be wrong. It was a couple of years ago. And again, it was a game I really kind of just dabbled with, so I could be off. Cairo Brigade Leader Shop opening soon. Wataru was only in X, Cross Omega, and DD. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was X. And those last two were mobile games. Okay, yeah. And of course, as a Nadia fan, I was actually in for the Graton was also in X. I didn't get that far, but wait, I think I barely got to the Graton being introduced. And that's about where I left off in that game. I started and abandoned a whole lot of games. I mean, I can make a whole list of games that I've started and abandoned, and that's basically my list of games that I'm trying to get through on stream. So, yeah, I'm kind of using streaming as a way of getting through my backlog of games. Meanwhile, backlog keeps growing exponentially. Because, what's it? I want to get into the Saga series. Because X was on the PS4, Switch, and Existence. Then how was I playing it on the how was I playing it then? Because yeah, I swear I was playing it on the Vita, but again, hmm, or was it like a variant of X? Like let me see, because yeah, I was playing a Super Robot Wars game on the Vita, and I believe there was like a sub variant of X. Subvariant of X. Let's solve for the subvariant of X. It sounds like we're on. What are we talking about here? Math? Looked it up. It's totally on the Vita. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, thank you, Naho. I thought I was going crazy for a second. I was gonna take your word for it either way. Like, okay, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was playing a Chinese knockoff or something. I don't know. Hmm. But yeah, maybe it was like a. But I will think. I do believe it was like maybe some kind of variant though. Like it wasn't. Might not have been X. Like I don't know. Like if it was in English, it was the Singapore version anyway. I mean that's likely. That's likely. In the center of town, there's a small hotel called the Kensington Hotel. But yeah, I think because of what I call the Fire Emblem effect, I don't really like playing like strategy games. Or I guess in my case, it was definitely the Final Fantasy Tactics effect due to the aforementioned tragedy of Agatha and Bertrand. R.I.P. Bertrand, you were one of the real ones. And so yeah, like I hate that because I get too attached, especially when permadeath is a factor. Dr. Kubo is always conducting experiments at the agricultural school. Oh, there is an inventory system. Oh, wait, maybe I need to go back. Maybe I didn't finish my whole conversation with those guys. So yeah, I gotta unlock the forest somehow. If you're looking for the Shellfire Forest, just leave this town and head... Okay, see, there we go. I decided right then and there to go to the Shellfire... See, we can't go until he decides to go. Anyway, the curator has that attachment and breakdown feeling about too many things to be healthy. She wouldn't function if she lived by herself, methinks. Oh, no. I can relate, but I guess it's a bit different when it comes to, like, you know, again, fictional characters. I mean, I guess as far as my extent of it, like IRL, I guess it's more like one of those things where I miss a lot of people, like I miss a lot of friends and things like that. So it's like, yeah, like I keep people close in my heart. Food gone bad in the fridge, she can't throw it away because she feels bad about it. Same with throwing away. I see. Yes. Okay. No, I'm not really. I've got a bit of that, like to a degree, I can relate, but not to a point where I can't let go of things like that. Like I can definitely relate to feeling bad about it. Um, but yeah, I think food in the fridge. Yeah, I can get rid of food in the fridge. Um, Now it does take me a long time to like. I had this weird thing as a kid where I would collect my assignments from school. So like I wasn't a put things on the fridge kid, but I was definitely like a oh man, I made an A in this. My teacher said great job. Oh wow. My teacher really liked this point here that I made in this essay. Oh my gosh, keeping this. So yeah, I was definitely that kid. And so yeah, I had this whole like footlocker just full of papers. So yeah, I'm a paper hoarder. Yeah, that's my big problem. Because a real issue since I can't trust her to clean up after herself was one of the few big problems I have. Oh no. I mean, I think that's something that little by little can be worked on, you know? And so, I mean, again, it's not going to change overnight. It probably won't ever change, honestly. But I don't know. I think that's one of those things that, you know, adjustments can be made. Adjustments can be made. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that though. Uh, but maybe not to that crippling extent. Not to the crippling extent. But I mean, for as long as it doesn't turn into like a full-blown hoarder type of thing. Count how many times she's forgotten to put perishables back in the fridge after using them and then going bad by the time I get home. Yeah, that's that would be a pet peeve of mine. Yeah, I could see where that could present difficulties. I'll put it that way. In fact, I think I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Oh, I think this is. Oh no, vase or vase. And see, that's one of those things where I tend to be. I think I've even addressed this before, where I tend to be interchangeable with it. Like I don't have like a definitive way of saying that. There's a vase. Yeah, see to me, vase doesn't sound right, but vase sounds too. Okay, vase too sounds too simple, but vase sounds too snooty. So it's like I can't commit. I can't. So there's a vase here, there's a vase here. Let's see. Do I don't think I don't have anything in my inventory yet, so there's nothing I can do with that yet. I'm going back here to prove my point that yeah, like unless it's plot relevant, there's no middle ground. Voss. Oh no, Voss is like this terrible water. Vass. Vass. But you see, the way it's spelled with the VASS, then that makes it that creates the implication of connection to bass, like the fish, or like bass drum. Wait, no, bass is the fish, bass is like the musical quality thing. So yeah, again, yeah, like the fish, bass, Vass. Oh no, but then Vass also creates a horrible implication with the vas deferens, which is a whole other thing for our anatomy folks, I think. I don't know, my brain is weird sometimes. There's an entrance to a shrine here. The door won't budge at all. It's probably locked. Good. The way I'm thinking this works, the way I remembered correctly, I think there is some back and forth nonsense. Like there's some foresty stuff I gotta do, then there's some town stuff I gotta do. Yeah, but we're doing English instead of Latin, so people will understand. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, chat. Man versus bear. No, I'm not. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Okay, bear wins. Oh, okay, yeah, I think here's where we're supposed to go. All right. A lily of the valley is blooming here. Should I take it? Well, again, there's no story in not taking it. I obtained the lily of the valley. Oh, okay, then we put it in our vase. Like the fish. Hmm. And then I think that's how we summon our Dr. Spelaeus, I think it was. There's a vase here. Should I go with this? The Lily of the Valley? Yes. The Lily of the Valley. I held it in my hands. Wait, no, we don't want you to hold it in your hands. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, okay, I think that means we equipped it, basically. Okay. There we go. I set the Lily of the Valley in the flower vase. The Lily of the Valley began to resound. Oh, that sounded like a very Earthbound kind of thing. That gave me some Earthbound vibes there. Oh, hey, yo, we summoned the furry. Professor Ursus Spelaeus appeared. Who are you? I'm leaving. No, just kidding. You need something from me. You're looking for Kenji's 7 journals. I'm not sure where they are. I don't know anything about any journals written by a human. The rabbits and squirrels would know more about those journals than I do. What's that? You can't speak their language? Hmm. Yes, you humans have lost your ability to speak the language of animals these days. Tough luck. You'll just have to give up. Ah, man. You're still not going to give up? Well then, bring me back a gift. You can't expect to go up to someone empty handed and get them to tell you everything that they know. Oh, yeah? Well, what if I do? Come on. What did you bring me? You forgot to bring something. Then I'm not telling you anything. Fine. If I gave him the Lily of the Valley, just give it back to him. Hey, I got you this. All right, so what do we get this guy? All right, we've got to talk to the rabbits, I think. Hey, guys, what's up? No? Don't want to talk to me? Oh, come on. All right, let's see. I think there were some nearby here. I thought I saw some other animals. Tiny ones. I think this takes us back up to our rock. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, come on, little friends. Help me out. No? No? Oh, is there something here? Something's written on the tree. Only the pure of heart may hold the shellfire. God, come on, I'm pure of heart. I'm say-so and pure and wholesome. We all know this. Hmm. Yeah, I think this might be the beginning of the back and forth nonsense. I think I have to go back to the town, and then that's going to trigger something, and then, yeah, back and forth. Oh, maybe there's something here? Here lies Homoe. Yeah, I remember the story that, I kind of remember the story that goes with this. Like, Homoe is like a rabbit, and I think he gets blinded somehow. Probably locked. Okay, let's see. So I gotta bring him something. But what does he want? Hmm. Okay, I was about to say, are we stuck in the forest? Like, are we plot locked into the forest? But no, we're still good. Oof, oof. Like I was expecting the dog to say anything else. Oh, we're in ad mode. I'm an orphan, but I'm okay with that. Like, do orphans really talk like that? Like, I don't know. That doesn't seem very. I feel like in any other game, that would be very suspicious. Yeah, let's report back to HQ. Let's see what they got, if they got any insights on this. Alright, guys, I need to... You want to know about Professor Ursus Spelaeus? I'm pretty sure the poet on the southern end of town can tell you a few things. Ah, there we go. I think that's... Yep, when in doubt, check in with HQ. Did you happen to come across one of Kenji's journals? Ah, he didn't give me the choice. I can't even lie to him. He knows. He knows I didn't. I know where the poet lives? Do I ever? He lives right next door to me. You want to know where my house is? Oh, I don't think anybody's there now. Oh, ad break over, your community is back. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's like Twitch is like, ad break is over. Like we're giving your community back to you now. Like you guys are hostages. I hate it here. You want to know where my house is? Oh, I don't think anybody's there now. Oh, come on, you guy. La 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 la, lily of the valley, a flower I've spied upon at the riverside. The flower looks just like a bell, and in a vase, its sound will swell. Oh, that was a song, but yeah, we kind of figured that out on our own. Thanks, lady. The thing about my mom is she's always singing. And again, the RPG temptation to check all of the drawers and bookshelves and everything for nothing. I think one of the few RPGs of this era where that actually mattered, like where that gave you like a consistent reward, was actually Phantasy Star 4. I like, but again, it was like mostly for Easter eggs. So like you might like go through the bookshelves and Chaz might find a Game Gear, you know, or like featuring Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, things like that, where it's like, okay, nah, your chances of finding items are pretty slim to none, but there's normally like a fun Easter egg to have made it worth your while. Ah, are you going to see Professor Ursus Spelaeus? Well, I may not look the part, but I'm a poet. I've been writing poetry every day, trying to be as good as Kenji Miyazawa. Could you give the professor this book of poetry for me? The poet handed me a book. I obtained the collection of poetry. I decided I was going to take the collection of poetry to Professor Ursus Spelaeus. Sure thing. And in typical RPG fashion, I'm once again an errand boy. Ah, see, yeah, again, this is what I was thinking was like the RC Society headquarters was like where hey, this is kind of a bit of a yeah, you got to step up to that level and then you can go around and do this. And I assume this was like a step down kind of thing, but I don't know. Oh, what's this? A strength seed? No, wrong game. Alright, so I think we found, yeah, we've got a book of poems to deliver to our professor here. I think I might have overshot our exit here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, we're near our oddly proud to be an orphan, so that means we're close to the town exit or entrance. I'm an orphan, but I'm okay with that. Like, and I think he says that throughout the entire game. I don't think his dialogue changes at all. Everyone else's like switches it up a little bit, but nope. Orphan is still orphan. Alright, let's see if he likes this book. What did you bring me? You forgot to bring something? But I'm not telling you anything. Oh, right. We forgot to equip it. There we go. Should I go with this? The collection of poetry? Yes. The collection of poetry. I held it in my hands. There we go. Now we've got it equipped. Did you bring me a gift? I handed him the collection of poetry. Oh? Poetry? Yes, I do enjoy poetry. Have you heard of a certain orb Moki Moki moment right there. Shh, don't tell Moki Moki this game's about orbs. I'm sure Moki Moki's heard of the Shellfire. With it, you'd be able to speak the language of every animal. Go to the shrine in the center of the forest and take the Shellfire that you'll find there. And here, take this with you as well. Professor Ursus Spelaeus handed me a small key. I obtained the key to the shrine. I have sealed away the Shellfire's power and kept it locked in the shrine. Even if you go there and pick it up now, it still won't allow you to speak with the other animals. Once you've obtained the Shellfire, bring it back to me, and I will release its power for you. I am the guardian of the Shellfire. Up until now, the Shellfire has always belonged to animals. The one who holds it is considered the leader of every animal, respected by all the others. I will entrust it to you for a while, until I find another animal suited to command this particular role. All right, before I forget, should I go with this? The key to the shrine? Yes, the key to the shrine. I held it in my hands. Yes, there we go. Yeah, so now we have the key equipped, so we won't have any weird key shenanigans. Let's see here. I believe we need to go up and... Should this do it? I used the key to the shrine. The entrance to the shrine opened up. All right, here we go. Yep. why? I don't know why, but that just... Oh, what? That just totally caught me off guard. You just... Yep. And that's all. Like no yip. I don't want to be speciesist or racist against foxes or kitsune, but I got a feeling I feel like something was... Okay, I don't even have an inventory, but something was stolen from me. Maybe the key. I should have checked my inventory before talking to that fox. I bet I still had the key in my inventory until that exact moment. Inside of the chest, I found a beautiful crystal ball with a red flame inside. Should I take it? Again, there's no story in not taking it, so yeah, let's go for it. I obtained the Shellfire. Should I go with this? The Shellfire? The Shellfire. I held it in my hands. Yeah, if this game weren't so obscure, it would be very memeable. The object. I held it in my hands. I decided. Yep. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, all right. I misjudged you, Mr. Fox. I thought you were out here stealing stuff. What? You know what? Oh, I see it right there. Yeah, the key is in the door. I'm very sorry, Mr. Fox. If this were a modern game, I would have the chance to pet you. But yes, you'll have to accept the intent of headpats. Good day, sir. I shouldn't have been so foxist. I'll let that be a lesson to me. I see you've brought the Shellfire back. First, let me remove the seal that I placed upon it. Oh. Little bit of razzle-dazzle there. The seal upon the Shellfire was lifted. Now you will be able to speak with every animal. Since you bear the Shellfire now, I will tell you the story of Homoe. Long ago, there was a kind and brave rabbit named Homoe. Oh, this story's kind of messed up. All right, but I like it. It's interesting. I will yeah. One day, he saved the lives of some young skylarks that were about to drown in the river. Homoe is basically like the Anakin Skywalker of rabbits, and well, I'll let the rest of the story kind of elaborate. When the king of the Skylarks heard what he had done, He felt Homui was worthy of the Shellfire, and the king gave it to him. Only those who are worthy of the Shellfire are allowed to hold it. When Homui learned that the Shellfire was a symbol of leadership, he felt it was strange that it had been given to him. From that day on, Homui suddenly found himself the leader of every animal. Over time, he grew used to his position and even began to enjoy it. That was when a fox who lived in the forest figured he could trick the leader of the animals by pretending to serve him. See, this is why I was suspicious of this guy. This is Palpatine right here. Yep. Then he could enjoy the benefits, so put his plan into action. He flattered Homui, who got carried away and began to do bad things. Yep, see? Again, this is exactly it. The same playbook. This fox is just Sheev Palpatine in disguise. Before he knew it, Homui was doing everything the fox... Yup. Before he knew it, Anakin was doing everything Palpatine told him to do. When the fox captured some of the birds, Homui was too afraid to say anything. Yup. Once again. The birds that the fox had trapped in a glass cage were the same skylarks that had given Homui the Shellfire. Ooh. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? They begged Homui to help them, but he didn't do anything. Oh, see, again, this was... Yup. Homui had lost all of his courage, and the Shellfire had become slightly cloudy. Homui's father saw the cloudiness of the Shellfire and realized that something was wrong. Homui got a stern lecture from his father. Then who's the real leader of the forest then? If Homui's dad can still talk sense into him, is it Homui or his pops? Homui, have you ever heard the tale of Dark Plague? See, I was going there. You beat me to it. Then the two of them chased the fox away and set the birds free. When they returned home, they found that the Shellfire had stopped glowing entirely. It was too late. Yep. See, we're verging on Order 66 here. Homui wept. Just like Jesus also wept. And at that moment, the Shellfire suddenly shattered into pieces. The shards of the Shellfire scattered everywhere, piercing Homui's eyes, turning them white and clouded. Homui would never be able to see again. Yep, see, even the disfigurement. Yep. Anakin would never be able to walk again, at least not on his own two legs. Sometime after that, I found the Shellfire in the forest. Though it had shattered, it was whole again, and its beautiful gleam had returned. Oh, right. The Shellfire is Padme in this now. Oh, but it comes back, though. So... I guess you could say it's like, yeah, the Shellfire is Padme, because, Padme was gone, but then, she kind of came back via Luke, so, that reminder that there's still good in him, and that return of the goodness, that new hope. Yeah, exactly, there you go. Yep. See, it still holds up. Though it had shattered, it was whole again, and its beautiful gleam had returned. I wanted to make sure that the other animals would not make the same mistake as Homui. So I placed the Shellfire in the forest shrine and ordered that same old fox to guard it. Why is this just Star Wars? Yes, it really is. It really is. Now, granted, I mean, again, this game predates the prequels, so... But still, it's just Star Wars. That is the end of Homui's story. Now you may go outside and talk to all of the animals. Yep, yeah, this guy is Obi-Wan. Yeah, Dr. Spalaeus is just Obi-Wan, just telling us the story. Yep. It's all connected. It all just fits. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Yep, yeah, he hit. Yep, exactly. See, it's all coming together. So, you're finally able to speak with us now, huh? Inji's journals? Sorry, I don't know anything about them. And is watching over... Yup, it's all right there. Oh, yeah, let's go back. Let's go back and talk to this fox here. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's a really fun game if you're into like the slower pace and just kind of just the lore of everything. And yeah, it's actually really nice. It's a good cozy game. A long time ago, I tricked a rabbit named Homui, but the professor caught me. I've guarded the Shellfire for so long. Since you're here, I suppose this means it's okay to leave this place behind. I intend to live an honest life from now on. Sure. Somehow, Palpatine returned. Hmm. But yeah, like this isn't even the best story. Like the best, like I think that there's also a story about some ants that take over the forest later on. Well, I mean the underground part of the forest, and then there are like this gang of frogs that take over like a bar or like a shop in the town. Like, yeah, this game gets like really not weird, but whimsical. Whimsical is definitely the word for this game, and yeah, it gets really interesting. Was it right? Jimmy, con banana. Jimmy, long time no see. Yes, I've returned. And sorry, I drank all the milk, so I might have to go for another run soon. But yes. How have you been, Jimmy? Son, you're a man now. Hmm. So the Shellfire has come to you. Congratulations. Use its power wisely, okay? Only you can prevent forest fires. I mean, I had to add that bit at the end. Come on, it was right there. It was right there. But yeah, how have you been, Jimmy? Terrible till I saw you. Oh, thank you. I hope that the terribleness has come to an end, and I hope it won't return anytime soon. May we banish the darkness. Yeah, overall, I hope all was well. Something will happen if you place the Shellfire on Hamui's stone monument. Oh, of course. Kenji's journals? I don't have the foggiest. Kenji's journals went missing? I hadn't heard anything about that. Yuzu, konbanana, yo! Hisashiburi, long time no see. Yeah, I figured I'd decide to do a little streamy stream. In fact, I almost just like, I almost didn't. I was about to just kind of just play this game as like a video, but yeah, I'm glad Hisashiburi da ne. Yeah, long time no see. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like all my friends are here. So yeah, what have you been up to? I think I saw that you were streaming Power Wash Simulator. Yeah, around about the time I was setting up, I saw that you were streaming. I wasn't sure like how long ago that was, but yeah. Should I go with this? The Shellfire? Yeah, I thought you had it in hand. The Shellfire. I held it in my hands. I tried placing the Shellfire down. Oh. Yup. See, the Star Wars continues. Yeah, we're talking to Anakin's Force Ghost now. Homui, the former leader of the animals, appeared before me. Yep, time to... I am Homui. I understand that you are the new bearer of the Shellfire. I was live earlier, like 2 hours ago. I'm settling down for the night, but I saw you live and wanted to pop by. Well, thanks so much. Well, I hope your stream went well. And yeah, because I think Power Wash Simulator, I'm finally ready to give that a try. So I think I'm adding it to the list of all the games I've told myself and maybe even openly acknowledged that I want to play on stream someday. But yeah, Power Wash Simulator has always been one of them. But yeah, I think the time is coming nigh for me to make good on that. So we'll see how things go. Right now, I think my main focus right now is working on my momentum with streaming in general. So I think once I get that reestablished, then I'll be more prepared to put some backing behind those kind of statements. But yeah, yeah. Hmm. There is a reason I exist in this wretched state. It was all due to my arrogance. I can't do a good Anakin Skywalker impression, but yeah, it did. We played the Alice in Wonderland DLC. I gotta bed down, but we gotta catch up sometime. Yes, we really do. But yeah, good night, Yuzu. Take care. And yeah, well, we should talk again soon. Let's see. I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna throw a shout out Yuzu's way real quick. Shout out user. So yeah, I think most people here are familiar with Yuzu, but if not, you guys need to check him out and yeah, do all the nice things, the follows and whatnot. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I think we're almost at the end of this particular tale, so I think by the time we get to that point, we'll be winding things down here as well. A prideful heart invites this sort of fate. Please do not let yourself fall into the snares of your heart as I did. Yeah, man, this dude is basically Anakin. Like, it's, yup. You may find Kenji's journal scattered throughout Iadovo. If you are pure of heart, all of the journals will surely wind up in your hands. Yo, what? Janae, what are you doing here? I don't have your tiramisu. I can't. I know it's been a while. It's been a while. Oh no. Ah, look what the feline dragon for. No, you found me. How? Why? What? That's insane. You weren't supposed to find me. No. You have not brought these. I know, and I'm all out of kneecaps. It has been this long. I felt that in my soul. After picking the Shellfire back up, I decided to return to the city of Ihatovo. Yeah, this man be deciding things. That's what he just do. He just decide. He's a very decisive fellow. Court finds you guilty of contempt. Chapter 2, the Cairo Brigade leader. Oh, that's a fun arc. We'll kind of wrap things up for now. But yeah, the Cairo Brigade is kind of that's the favorite part that I was referring to earlier. But yeah, I think you know, it's just so convenient that yeah, it looks like Janae showed up right when would you look at the time? It's time to go. It's been a while. But no, Janae, it's how convenient. I promise you, this was about the time I was gonna. It's not like I'm running away or anything. Wait. Oh no, what's that? No. Put that back. Oh no. Count your days. Oh no. I think I've got more fingers than days left at this point. Well, guys, it's been great streaming for you guys. If you don't see me next week, you know, Monkey didn't graduate himself. But seriously, question: where'd Moki go? Moki is in space right now. Yeah, he's actually on some space adventures. But so yes, of course he sends his regards. And yeah, I will try to give you guys a proper update on him very soon. So, yes. But as we wrap up for today, I know he's moonlighting as an orb in Ring Racers, but I need to know where he is when the game isn't on. Moki is out. I mean, yeah, that's a given. He's committing space crimes right now. So, I mean, I'm sure he's out there just being a space pirate. I'm almost absolutely certain of it. So, yeah, I'll try to give you guys some more details on Moki Moki's current ongoings as I'm updated. And yeah, hopefully he'll make a return to Earth someday, and maybe he can tell us some of his he can regale us with some tales of his epic adventures in space. But yeah, guys, this was a lot of fun. And I'm gonna try to do this a bit more often. I know I've been saying that, but yeah, I'm kind of getting my toes back in the waters of streaming because it's been a while since I've been like active. So I'm hoping to kind of again kind of build things back up to that point. But yeah, in the meantime, I believe we have LierQ. I think she's streaming right now, so we're gonna check her out. And let's see. I don't think I have a specific raid message, so I guess we'll just hit her with a konbanana. And yeah, and again, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Let's see, anything else before I go? Well, you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever your time zone situation is. And I don't know, maybe joke. Banana Machine raid, go for it. Yes, yeah, there we go. That's a good raid message. So yeah, good night, Monkey. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Sayonara.